Ain't this a bitch? I'm waiting on some action to jump off in here. You heard what Mr. Molly said. We top flight security of the world, Craig. Shit, not just the city, the world. Been jacked by Santa Claus, all kind of shit. They need security in the world, Craig. Shit.
For one thing, calm down. Slow your roll. Don't let that man pump you up, Day Day, and get your ass shot out here. We ain't no damn top flight security of the world. We Craig and Day Day. So just kick back, relax. You heard what happened to the last security guards.
You didn't even hear what happened to the last security guard. So how the fuck is I'm going here? Just do your job and I'ma do mine.
In 2002, my cousin hooked me up with a job at a medical research facility right outside of Huntsville, Alabama. It's a 3-floor building with a basement. Now, the way this job worked was my shift started at 10 p.m. By 11:30, I had to turn off all the lights on all floors, including the basement, which was the morgue. The job was actually pretty simple and laid back. And once you got through turning off all the lights, the job was just to sit there the rest of the night and make sure nobody broke into the building. They had one of those guard booths with one of those little small lamps, and you were kind of like a light in the darkness of the building. Well, the first night on the job, I'm taking it real serious because my cousin gave these people word I would handle my business. I get down to the morgue, turn the lights off progressively, and as you're working down the hallway, turning the lights off, you move and leaving the darkness behind you. Imagine a scene. I'm going room to room, turning off lights, and the hallway gets darker and darker as you go. When you get to the end of that hallway, the only way up is one of those old school freight elevators. You know, the kind where you got to pull the door down and it has the window in it? Well, you pull that door down, hit the button, and then the elevator takes you up. So now all the lights are off. The elevator, which is at the end of the hallway, is the only thing that has lights. I lift the door up, go in, close the door down behind me, and hit the button. But just before that elevator starts to move, I hear this whispering sound, like straight up demonic whisper. Nonetheless, I head upstairs to the guard desk, sit down, and I'm chilling, right? And then you start hearing sounds coming from all over the building. And I know without a doubt, I'm the only person in the building. But it's the first night. I'm not running out on this job on my first night. No way, no how. So I put my headphones on and sit there and listen to music the rest of the night, even though it's spooky as hell. Now, the second night on the job was my last night on the job, because I go through the routine. At the 3rd floor, down to the 2nd floor, down to the 1st floor, turning off all the lights. When I get to the basement, I go down the hallway, room to room, turning the lights off. And now, when I'm turning those lights, you're starting to hear crazy shit like metal clanking and things falling over. We're not talking about small sounds. We're talking about big sounds, like metal locker doors closing and metal cups falling off countertops. But mind you, I didn't see not one metal cup in the basement. Now imagine a scene. I'm turning off those lights and fleeing the darkness at the same time. When I get down to the part where the elevator is, I swing the elevator door up, then pull it back down, hit the button. And you know how they got that little window on the elevator that I was telling you about before. Well, the elevator is taking an abnormally long time to move. And when I look in that window, I see what looks like these glowing red eyes getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Just when the elevator starts to move up, I get a clear view as to what the hell those eyes are attached to. And it's this creature. It looks like a freaking werewolf with glowing red eyes. And now I understand the elevator is slowly rising, but that little door and window stays stationary. Well, as I'm going up, those eyes are locked on me. As that elevator moves all the way up, and I can't see the window anymore by my feet. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I was brave and bold. None of that. I get to the 1st floor, walk out the closest exit I can find, lock that door behind me, and go home. And nigga, when I tell you I couldn't wait to quit that job, I couldn't wait to quit that job, because I'm outside the place at 7:30 the next morning. It opens at 8 a.m. and I give them all of their shit. The uniform, the flashlight, the keys, go into the boss's office, and I tell him, listen, I'm sorry for inconveniencing you like this, but I'm going to have to quit this job. When he goes on to inquire about why I'm quitting, I tell him, listen, I'm not built for this shit y'all got going on around here. Now get this, he knew without a doubt something freaky and weird was going on in that basement, because the only words that come out of his mouth is, it's the basement, right? And I'm like, hell yeah, it's the basement. Then he goes on attempting to talk me into working one more shift while he gets the old security guard back on the phone and sees if he can talk him back in to coming to work. And I'm like, nah, bruh, you not listening to me. I'm not working here no more. You can mail my check for the 2 days I work to my house, but I don't want nothing to do with this building. Y'all got some freaky weird shit going on around here.